Hey, welcome to NEPA Politics. J. Donald Kazmersky. It is the 15th of November. This is the synopsis or the little history of the Dickson City Borough Council, December 14th, 2021. And I'm just going to do a brief summary of the work session and the council meeting. Okay. So before that, they had a public meeting to discuss plans for a traffic light on the corner of Bowman Street and Main Street, and they gave out handouts to the general public and a quiz for public comment to see what they really think about putting a traffic light or what's needed on there. I took a photo of the plans, and you could look at that as well. Okay. So at the work session and at the borough meeting, what they did is they discussed a municipal drug task force agreement. It's just that between the county, Dickson City Police, where the borough is a member of the drug task force, and they just need to re-sign the agreement every year. It's only paperwork that's needed, and that's all that is done. They made a motion on that to accept that. Okay. Another motion that was made was to discuss the 2022 budget. Last month, if you remember and looked at my video from last month, the Dickson City Borough had $433,000 deficit. Okay, somehow they adjusted in 1 month and 30 days to balance the budget to zero. They said it's balanced, although none of us got a copy of the new budget. Okay, there were some line items that were manipulated and changed. There was money for one police officer for next year. Okay, they also said that some vehicles were eliminated because there was a wish list of vehicles that they wanted, and they couldn't do everything. So some vehicles were eliminated, which brought down some of the monies. And then, but they do have $78,000 for one garbage truck for next year's purchase. Okay. And then they discussed and made a motion to advertise the 2022 meetings. It's going to stay the same. It's the second Tuesday of every month. The budget meetings will be for the borough in November. Okay, and during the council meeting, what they did was they recognized police officer Matthew Gallagher for his life-saving actions while on duty. The chief and the mayor presented him with a plaque. What he did in October 2021 was there was a downed person in one of the businesses in the stores, in the grocery store, and he provided the AED and some CPR compressions and brought the person back to life until EMS got there and took him back to the hospital. So he received an award for that, which is terrific. And thank goodness Officer Gallagher was there. He's a great person. He's a great officer. And if you see him, tell him thank you for his service to the borough. Okay, they accepted the reports. They paid the bills. They advertised the budget. They also said there's a $700,000 grant for the Main Street project from the former Kobarecki building to Eagle Lane building. Okay, or to the buildings from Eagle Lane. That's about a block and a half, maybe a quarter of a mile, a little bit more than a quarter of a mile. They want to finish up the rest of the Main Street project with that $700,000 grant. Okay, Borough also received $75,000 reimbursement for the Riverfront Park. The park that's going to go off of Enterprise Street in the industrial park. There's a park there. There's there is some land that the borough purchased, and they got a $75,000 reimbursement. And that's going to go out to bid pretty soon. It should take 3 months to complete. Hopefully they'll get it done by the spring or the early summer. That's what they want to do. All right, and then somebody had a question. One of the council people had a question for the tax collector. How many, not so many, how many people, but what is the total amount of unpaid taxes owed to the borough for 2021? And the amount is $119,789.77. That's the amount of unpaid taxes that are due by the end of this month from residents or businesses or both in Dickson City. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the meeting. It was very quick. There wasn't much on the agenda. If you have any questions or comments about this, if I made any errors or omissions, please note it in the comments to correct it, because I want this to be as accurate as possible. And if you need to get in touch with me, it's Dr. Kazmersky at epics.net. And please like and subscribe to this channel. It's greatly appreciated if you do that. So thank you very much. Take care. We'll see you again.